it is what it is.
Yeah, that was dumb. You were closer to the industry, way closer than I was back in, let's go, 95, 96. I know you stepped away, but you still know people and all that. But did you ever think, or did you ever hear any stories, hearsay, about Puffy having any involvement in the Tupac situation in Vegas?
First thing I heard was Tupac. Puffy. I couldn't prove it. I'm in LA. I was nowhere near that. First thing I heard was it was retaliation. Okay. I saw Gene Deal said something other day that I've been saying for a long time. I'm trying to figure out how is it that somebody gets shot, somebody throw some bullets your way from the side of a car, but you get hit in the chest. I never understood that. Think about that. Nobody ever talked about that. My homie got shot in the chest. He didn't get shot in his shoulder, side of his head. He got shot in the chest. How you get shot in the chest? That means you're trying to get out the car?
That's the first time I've ever thought about that, actually, in 28 years.
You're trying to get out of the car and run toward the bullets? Worst case scenario, you're supposed to be you should have got shot in the ass hopping over the back seat or in the back. But he got shot in the chest. How you get shot in the chest? Unless he's already past you. But even then, I don't know, man. That just don't. That never set right with me.
Didn't even think about that.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just trying to say, as bullets go, as those projectiles go, it don't make sense. Why you didn't get shot in the ass or the back? Why you get shot in the chest? According to them, they pulled up right next to him, let off. Okay.
Yeah. There are several stories that Biggie and Puffy used to frequent Compton. There's a few specific stories that I've heard online from several sources that are pretty credible that they would come and visit Compton. I'm not going to get to the specifics of where or what gang they supposedly were hanging out with or whatever, but they would frequent Compton. Did you ever hear anything about Biggie being in Compton back in the day?
Nah, I never saw him in Compton, never heard of him being in Compton. He may have passed through. I don't know. I saw Tupac, me and Tupac connected at Paramount Studios on Santa Monica Boulevard. That was my first time encountering Tupac, was at Santa Monica Studios, which is down the street from Michel'le used to be at. Adrian had a relationship with Michel'le, but Adrian had moved on from Michel'le for the most part, but we all recorded at Paramount because that was the closest studio to Michel'le. And Michel'le had a relationship with Paramount where we can go in the studio and record, and they would just bill him and walk down and go get their damn money. But that was my first time meeting Tupac with that Paramount studio. I never saw him in Compton.
And you compared him to what cartoon character again?
What's that little
Tasmanian Devil?
Tasmanian Devil, because it's the energy around this dude is just intense. He's like all the time talking shit and just messing with 4 or 5 people at one time, clowning, laughing, and it's like this dude. I'm getting a headache. I'm going dizzy messing with this cat. But here's the crazy part. Sometimes some people, man, have a negative energy about him. His energy was high energy, but it was positive. I met him again in Washington, Seattle, Washington. We was doing a gig in Seattle, Washington, and he had just showed up. Hey, I'm in town, and hey man, I want they wanted him to go on right quick, just to say hello. He didn't do a song with them, but the promoter wanted him to go up. All right, big dog, I'm gonna go up and do a little something, be right back. And he was cool, bam, 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 go on in, wave, just say a little something, and he came off stage, and that was our 2 encounters that I can recall.
Yeah, I find it interesting that they didn't play any games in arresting Diddy this time around and arresting him on September 13th, which is the day that Pac, alleged was dead. But now we're on with the 17th. That would have been very interesting. There would have been a lot of conspiracy theories, huh? If they arrested him on the 13th.
Yeah.
We love a good conspiracy theory, man.
Internet would have been shut down worldwide. It would have been overloaded.
What
Go ahead.
um,
What?
what um,
Theories. Go ahead.
what are your thoughts on people? And we're going to keep talking about the Puffy situation in detail. But what are your thoughts on people who say that this is a conspiracy to bring down another black man?
Whoo! You know what? I don't know about that, man. Sometimes people, not just black men, people put themselves in a position that they're bigger than what they really are. I've seen it happen more with so-called more with black men. They get a lot of money. People around them pretty much bow to them in various ways, whether it be women, guys, because they got money. They just, hey man, you know what you need me to do, and but also you always got that third situation that you have to adhere to, and that's the law. And you're not above the law. And to do certain things to women and people and to get away with it. And that's the worst thing that happens to most guys. They get away with it. And they think it's okay because they did it. And Shine went to jail, got out. He's been out of jail for 4 or 5 years. All right, so he thought everything was pretty much a wrap. Tupac been dead 20-something years, so you think all this stuff is behind you, and even the fact that he beat Baby Girl was in 2016. The ass whooping there may be a statute of limitation on the ass whooping, but ain't no statute of limitation on the kidnap. No statute of limitation on the kidnap. There's only 2 crimes that I know of for sure. There's no statute of limitation on. That's kidnap and murder. You can do a whole lot of. You can rob banks. You can do all kinds of stuff, and if it's not dealt with in a certain time, it's too bad. But kidnap and murder stays open forever. Okay, and that kidnaps the ass whooping. They can't get it. They can't get him on the ass whooping. But they damn sure can get him on the statue. They're back in that room, and the fact that they got it on video, she ain't got to press charges. They saw it. Now, where he took her after that, what he did with her after that, that may be another stack of charges. I don't know. But you open up a can of worms, and that's what happens when you get so much money. You do so much power, I should say. You do things that you think you can get away with, and then at some point in time, somebody's gonna get fed up with your ass. Either they're gonna get fed up, whoop your ass, or get fed up and shoot you, or fed up and call the police on you. And he pretty much got 2 out of 3.
Yeah. Marlon says 25 years of